What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We got this meeting we gotta do here with the Veiljumpers. We gotta see what they're up to, see how we can decide to go about going to the glass crater. See what they want the next move to be. It is their people, so they deserve some input. I get some input from our gang too, hopefully.
Deep in the forest. They've brought the Dalish with them.
Not long till the sacrifices start then.
We did kill Gilleneen's archdemon. The gods will want more power, and fast.
Yeah, we won't let them.
That won't happen on our
There's gonna be no
watch.
mass sacrifice while I have something to say
Save
about
these
it.
people.
You know the gods best, Rook.
Especially not by
The
Tevintus.
Veiljumpers are ready. Just give the word.
I'll go get Nev. She deals with Venatori the most.
Good point. We know where the Dalish are, and we know what we have to do. Let's do it.
Yeah, Nev
And we
might know
ride
something about the ritual.
and pray that fate is on our side.
Hopefully Nev knows something about the ritual. Blood of Arlathan. First time that we've had all this kind of stakes lifted upon our head by some asshole who thought he was worth more than he really is. Solas. Boy, not even just Solas. Solas, Anders, Loghain. The guy on top of the Warden's Tower who betrayed Sophia Dryden. It's always some lofty mage with a grand ideal that thinks that they're worth more than they are, and fuck it, right? Humans in life are all just batteries to be used as you need. Let's go show them the error of their thinking. I'm gonna sip on hot cocoa and kill some Venatori.
Well,
They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
they're gathering to watch people be killed.
It's the Venatori. Spilling blood is their religion.
And we won't let that happen.
We're going through them? Won't they notice?
Not if you look like them. I found you some disguises.
Oh shit, we're dressing up like Venatori.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky. Why is it sticky?
Why do you think it's
Blood.
sticky, Balara?
Hopefully. Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best. And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
I'm all yours.
And we'll be your entourage.
I'll go with the Veiljumpers.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
Well, that might be a problem if it gives me some dialogue options. I'm not gonna play Slaver to the end degree.
What will the others do?
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small groups.
I like how one cliche that always comes up in video games, and I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong here, but a lot of times in a lot of video games, it's the whole, like, a small force can move faster than a large force, and so you have to go ahead of the thousands of troops we have, just you and a token force of 3 people. The thing, they even do that in Origins, in Denerim, where, like, you have to go ahead with, like, 50 dudes ahead of an army of a couple thousand, but you march at the same speed, whether it's 5 or 2,000, you walk at the same speed. It's like a cute little cliche, because obviously they would never be able to...
Strife and the Veiljumpers.
Good to know they have eyes on us.
They wouldn't be able to make a battle at that scale, but the excuse they always use for it amuses me. I think they do it in movies too, to kind of dictate that not everybody is all gathered at the same time. It's an amusing little excuse that doesn't make much sense. Like, I get there's supply chains and some other things that make a huge army move larger. But if it's a day's march to somewhere for the battle, like you wouldn't send 4 people while the other 1,000 walk a teensy bit slower. You would just all walk together. It's something that only happens in movies and video games. Surprised they didn't pull that crap on me in Baldur's Gate. I saw this sneaky little sewage looking place back here. Any goodies for me back in this waterfall? There is indeed. Doink. They get me out of these shitty Venatori clothes ASAP. I might just blow our disguise and our cover just to get back to my actual gear.
This robe, is it made from dragon whiskers? It itches. How am I supposed to fight?
We'll wear them as long as we don't have to fight.
Usually the case with disguises. Why was going down here an option game when you got for me? I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do next. Obviously, there's Assassin's Creed Shadows coming up, and then pretty soon after that, there is The Last of Us Part 2 coming up on the channel. So those are 2 things you can look at, but I'm also really feeling a Souls game. Maybe I'll do a poll on the channel and let you decide whether it's going to be Elden Ring or one of the other Souls games first. Tywin, leaving you to pack up the rest of the gear. Sani is not doing well. Shouldn't have let him drink from the lake. I knew there was something off with the water. Finish your observations and get back to camp. Anil. Into the cesspool.
The Dalish deer.
They're going to kill a Hala. Monsters.
We can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Then heed us. Rook, we don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
It's important to watch because watching that is going to help us justify the slaughter of this place that we're going to do by the end of this.
I'll remember this. Repay in blood.
Agreed. Living pieces of shit.
Did you come from Midrapus?
Byrantia. There is a field for it. And a group from Ventus.
That's why they all die. I mean, you consider how smart Hala are, too. That Hala was completely aware that they were going to slaughter it right there, and they just lifted it up, drew its blood out through magic, and made it explode. Oh, please let me slaughter this entire coven of miscreants. Fucking Cretans. Crumpled note. The boys and I found a bunch of things in the ruin. Stuff the Dalish missed. You can feel lingering magic in some of it. Head headed back to the city for Templar business. Counting on you to get this shit out of here before others find it. You know some of them will just want to worship it or something, but I'd rather line my pockets. Yeah, I almost messed that up. If the map didn't show me this chest, I wouldn't have seen it. Totally skated right by that. You know, it's also amusing, the Evanuris, as they are, just have no problem with the ritual sacrifice of Hala and all the Elvish people either. The gods, as they say. They'd rather lead a horde of Zergs and Darkspawn than actually lead people.
And the enemies of Tevinter will fall.
For the glory of Tevinter reborn!
Idiots.
Why, if it isn't Aurelin Vera. Your father
God, I'm looking forward to this bloodbath. It is gonna be quite the slaughter.
This whole place makes my skin crawl.
Venatori are bad enough, but something's off.
Don't worry about it, they'll all be dead soon enough.
Stop! Who are you? I don't recognize any of you.
You don't recognize me?
Stop.
I
You
don't-
violated the law.
Magister. Lady,
Appalling. They'll hire anyone these days.
I'm sorry, my lady. I was given instruction to...
Tell someone who gives a damn. Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods. But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
A human mage. Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Shame. We have unfinished business with her.
Got a score to settle.
Let's focus on the job at hand. Saving the Dalish.
Ideally. But it's gonna be hard to walk away from this place without slaughtering, or at least pulling the herd of these scumbags a little.
Does anyone else hear that?
Because all I see here is Venatori that I'd like to kill.
I see you. I know how you suffer. Come to me, and I will ease your soul.
A voice in my head, but not an archdemon.
I'd happily ease theirs into the fucking next life.
The world will not remember your sacrifice, Warden. But I see your worth.
I guess Nev isn't hearing this.
Making promises. Tempting me.
He's telling me he'll get the Griffins back.
For hundreds of years you have mourned the loss of your dragon gods. From beyond the veil, I heard your lament, and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise. I am Elgarnon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
Your blood burns with the blight. You could master it, as I have. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love me, and kneel.
I know this magic. It's old and dangerous. It's It's too strong, I can't break it.
We've got this.
I'm trying to conceal us. He'll know someone broke his hold.
Valara bought us some time, but we have to go. Now.
What about the elves?
Venatori. There are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
He's sending the cult
Love for you to
after us.
try.
Elgernon's in the open. This is our chance.
No. We can't touch him now that his archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
What I will do is take some Venatori ones, though.
Attack!
Come in, bitch. Hold on.
We caught their attention.
Let me keep it.
Do not fail the gods!
Set up, you do the rest. Under fire. Nice move, Rook.
Take him out!
This cannot be!
You little shit.
Watch for ranged attacks!
Get clear.
Fail the gods!
Possess next. Enjoy.
Nice, Dunran. Whatever gets it done.
To impress.
Win for us.
Look there. The archdemon.
Yeah. So maybe we avoid its attention?
He's a little chunky.
Heads up, on your right!
Do this again. Now it's your turn. Still standing, not bad.
I assure you there isn't enough Venatori in this whole army that they have down here that can kill my ass. You remember the other episode where I was talking about how I'm being fueled by spires? Quite the enhancement. I got a lot of spy towards Venatori. So not even just from this game either. What am I getting up though? There must be something that we loop back to at some point, I imagine. Based on what I'm seeing.
I want the interlopers at my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
He's riled them up. They won't back down.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
they all die, I imagine, like the fucking puppets they are.
Finish them, Rook!
That's one for Rook.
Good job.
I already saw the chest up here, so.
And now Darkspawn.
Of course. Why wouldn't the Venatori bring their new friends on a wall?
That's been sorted.
Cowards and scum.
Eyes open.
We're clear. Where's that archdemon? Is it on the way?
It doesn't seem to be yet.
Gillenane lost her dragon. Might make Elganar more cautious.
Oh, I imagine it does. Now imagine when they both lose their archdemons. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Get ready. One for us.
Right, I can get across on that bridge. Real fast before I do that. I didn't miss anything up here, did I? sure shit did. It's only some iron ore in a body, but still. Got a percentage of my ultimate back too. Maybe his archdemon is stuck with him while he's doing the ritual. That's giving him his go-go juice, right? Maybe he couldn't maintain all that mind control he's got going on in the without it, so he's gotta keep it shackled to him until he finishes up. Get this shortcut knocked down first. These Venatori had a bad day.
The Veiljumpers are watching our backs.
That'll take some of the pressure off. We have to use this chance to get to the prisoners.
Why do I feel like Elganon is just gonna insta-kill them in front of us? It's like a spiteful see, there's no hope kind of thing. He used to be an adventurer. Then he took an arrow to the knee. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but someone's telling me that Dalish aren't gonna get out of there.
That cage. I think that's where the Dalish are being held.
Then nothing's going to stop us.
That's certainly the way I see it too.
You, intruder, have defiled my temple and spurned the gifts I offer. You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
Blow it at your ass, Elganon. And you can have an honored place on my trophy wall. I reserved the perfect duo spot for you and your fucking bitch sister. You'll love it. Well, there's a big fight coming up because the game is spamming me with ultimate jars, so there's definitely about to be a ruckus.
This way. We have to be quick before the Venatori catch up.
I suspect they're already in front of us. What's up?
I'm ready to go again.
The gods bless us!
Something's ready.
Do your best!
Get him! Hit them now, Rook! That way! Through the gate! Shit.
Shit indeed. Check up here fast. Just some coins. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go how we want it to.
Shut tight, and the locking mechanism is on the other side.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
Need a hand?
We're stuck. Gate's shut, and we can't open it from here.
Leave it to us. But stay alive. There's Venatori headed your way.
Understood.
Trouble nearby.
How's it looking?
Fine. Go kill some Venatori.
Answer their strength. Before failure. You're being tested.
Being tested, alright.
Time to finish this room. Nice move.
Tell me we're close to getting this thing open. An entire Venatori army coming for us.
What's wrong, you sack of shit? You having a bad day? Let me make you have one too.
Still no luck?
We're getting closer.
Really, are you sure you can open this?
Everyone breathe. Just breathe. Deep breaths.
What's that thing?
Next thing that dies. I imagine that was the last of that.
Come on, come on.
Oh, that's good.
We'll keep as many off you as we can. Go get the Dalish.
I want to know who you had picking that lock, because it took you all forever. You gotta get you all some new lock picking tools. I haven't been in such a Dalish looking temple in a long time. I already see the path.
Your fight is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
How many times I gotta tell you to kiss my ass, Arlathan? Hope you can read my thoughts. time I think that. Even if hell were to freeze over, I would still tell him to kiss my ass. Unironically, I would doom the whole world to eternal darkness before I joined Elganon. The damaged journal of Arlathan Veiljumper. Most of the writing is now illegible, but it seems to detail the Veiljumper's exploration of the ancient temple. Of particular interest is the following. Found a passage that took me to the top of the structure. Incredible view. We'll need to spend more time exploring. And write down where you found the passage. Shit. Might have been helpful for us. The chest is obviously above or under us. Even though it says it's on this floor of the map. This looks fun.
Wait, this feels off.
Wrong in all sorts of ways. How'd we even get here?
I'm not sure.
This looks like we're in the Fade. Well, let's go right.
Come on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
Ah, so that is what you're after. The Elven have been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
Okay, that's not a coincidence.
It's Elganon. He's found us.
And he's got us trapped.
Come down and introduce yourself.
Shit. There's blight here. It wasn't blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile. My power grows even now.
I don't believe you.
Come on.
You are nothing but an insect. Resist if you like. I have an eternity to spare.
The Dalish need help. They're losing precious time going around in circles. Get out of there!
Do we know the Dalish is still alright? What if Elganon sends the Venatori to...
One thing at a time. Let's focus on getting out.
Trying to guesstimate a path that isn't the way that I went before.
Rook, can you hear me?
Solas?
Something's wrong.
I thought I just heard Solas.
You are correct. Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
Solas, we need your help.
Then I am pleased that for once, I can offer some assistance. If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathalin! Mabanal Avanuris! Masalin Algalana!
Didn't need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solas is going to distract Elganon.
Which means what? We can just run on out of here with, like, no problems.
Fenhera, you have no power here.
Sounds like Solas pissed him off.
It would seem that he does.
As long as it keeps him off us.
It would certainly seem that he has power over your mental capacity.
So, the dread wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again, you have caged our people. and again I will set them free.
Well, you're not the one in here fighting, Solas.
But you are always stubborn, Fen Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mythal's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
Avalas Ban, Shevgar Fen Harel.
Oh, this fucking thing just had such a bad day.
Take him out! The only reason Mythal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
What's wrong? You okay?
I can hear them in my head.
Only the first time what? The first time she ran him. He only murdered her the first time.
We can do this. We have to do this.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
Kiss my ass,
I can see
Elganon.
the way through.
There you go.
I think Solas' distraction is working. I think this is it. I think we're through.
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
Well, we're not as near as I'd like to be, I can tell you that much, Solas.
Dalish!
One of those damn crystals. Break it! Open the cage!
The cruelty is nothing new. What has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Elganon the Mighty? The blight has left you blunt, slow, a monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were an irritation, a fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom is beyond yours.
What? Were you talking to me? Sorry, Dad. You're very loud.
Get off my platform, bitch.
Get them! Kill them! We cannot bear Lord Elganon.
Here they come.
Once the blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andrul did it. Yours. You will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it.
You could heal it. You have the strength to repair the damage without using the blight.
Save your games for the mortals, Dread Wolf. The blight is my blade, and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down.
The blight is my blade.
Ow!
Nine is yours.
Gotta move!
it through.
So I like Elganon a lot more than I like Gillenade, and listening to him interact with Solas is actually quite cool. The reason I was so quiet there is because I was paying so much attention to their conversation.
You saved us.
Time to get out of here.
I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape. The ward's still in place there will shield you all from Elganon's sight.
Solas, thank you.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go! Let's
That remains to be seen whether that's a thank you or not.
It's tough being a Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elganon was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to its own.
Did they become the new sacrifices?
It really is tough being a Venatori.
Too bad he got the satisfaction and not me, huh? Well, we got the elves out. That's
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Masaranas, Lethalin.
It was a team effort.
It often is. Some fights can't be won alone. Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elganon sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment for their failures. The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. If the Venatori move again, the Shadow Dragons will hear about it first. The Veiljumpers will fight our own battles.
And yet the Venatori, I'm sure, are still 100% loyal.
Offer would be appreciated.
I'm sure it hasn't even crossed their minds to take care and rebel. The team rushed to Arlathan Forest to save Dalish elves from Venatori's sacrifice. There, they witnessed Elganon awake his dragon thrall, Lusakon, once worshipped as the old god of night. Dalish blood would have been spilled to restore the dragon to full strength, but with Solas' help, Elganon's plan was thwarted. With his captives lost, Elganon was forced to sacrifice his own cultists to his dragon.
Might be a good time to see what Solas thinks of all this.
Yeah, maybe. Might be a better time to take a look at camp and see what our companions have to say about any of that. Well, we have absolutely nothing. How long have we been going? 48 minutes. You know, I will go talk to Solas. It all seems very relevant to the events that just happened, so I will make this episode a little longer. We'll go chat to Solas about all that. And keep our eyes very open for any of his nonsense.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
Because they worship their
It
slavers.
is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember elven history
like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. I'll have to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon.
And the rest.
Though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
They all have their slave markings tattooed on their skin. The Balastline.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
He uses his power to crush any opposition.
Yes. He is far more powerful than I am, and he wields that power like a graceless bludgeon. When I defeat an enemy, it is because I outsmarted them, because I was right.
Not necessarily right.
It is only because he was stronger.
Smarter, maybe.
Outsmarting someone and being right aren't exactly the same thing.
Thank God, Rook.
Aren't they?
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
Well, your arrogance has certainly been left unchecked, but I don't believe you're callous and uncaring. Definitely arrogant, and he just said it himself. I win because I'm right. Not necessarily always the case.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
The way he used the term prepare, I'm a little uncomfortable with.
Yeah, you were.
A mistake I shall endeavor not to repeat. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does he not count as a friend?
He was useful. But there were others I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. Cole, a spirit of compassion, I helped adapt to our new world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
Still stuck on that word, prepare. It wouldn't surprise me if he wants to take my body.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
You see, nobody
After
even looked
losing
at him.
hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay. We always knew this was going to be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before,
Not without help, we didn't.
so we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori? Let's see
I
what
can
they
think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veiljumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Laconis?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything he's been doing in the south, we owe him an update.
I'll let him know.
It seems like he might be using the Antam as his main force now too, since he just sacrificed his Venatori cult. Maybe he's moving on from them and using the Antam as his main force instead.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up. And be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Sounds like we really are encroaching on the end. And lots of quests everywhere, huh? There's this one. A letter from the Hosberg wetlands. Rook, we have continued to study changes in the blight. Our latest findings are very interesting and disturbing. We can't let this spread continue. We'll catch you up next time you're in the wetland. Antoine. Message from Minrathous. Rook, we heard the wonderful news coming out of Arlathan. You're doing, we're told. The Venatori are still reeling from their failure. Dorians caught wind of some of their most recent plans. Drop by the shop when you can. Vivaris. And I imagine a boatload of companion conversations, yeah? I thought so. Alright, all that stuff is going to be a story for another time. Quickly before we wrap the episode, though, I am going to look at my skill trees. Let me see. Upgrade smash abilities. The effects of smash abilities cover a greater distance. The distance depends on the ability. 10% crit damage. Duration abilities, necrotic, and maximum necrosis. That's strike and smash. That's area and smash. So that smash perk would buff a lot of us. Do it. Buff that. The effects of smash covered. And then beyond that, control, zero charge from final attacks. Now hold your final attack, and then that'll take us down to crit damage, strike abilities, and area. You know what? Let's sync this back out, because that's the effects of smash deliver great. I'd rather have the final attack and then lead down into crit damage and strike abilities. Because that's guaranteed critical damage versus enemies more than 10 meters away. So when we get that big leap effect in, whatever it's called, heroic leap, I think. Yeah, this. I think if we manage to hit this from a chunky distance, that'll really fucking rock their shit. It's a guaranteed crit. And of course, if that kills them, then we get enhanced damage. And then everything low health that we kill is also an automatic crit, so that'll synergize really well, I think. Alright then everybody, that is the perfect spot to wrap up. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, you're feeling particularly generous, please do check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Dragon Age the Veilguard. Take care everybody, have a great day. Peace.